A little background about using the electrophysiological feedback zeroid vibrational medicine to balance the brain and correct mental disease. I'm Professor of Medicine Desiré Dubounet, the man who left America to find freedom, who's no longer a man, but a beautiful woman. I've worked with many different scientists over the years to help to bring to you a whole new idea, the body, mind, spirit, social and environmental, holistic view of what we are. Having worked with Selye on the idea of stress being the basic cause of all problems, and that we need to look beyond just the last straw, but to look at many different factors of stress. We need to be able to deal with the brain, and how does the brain deal with stress? And how do we correct the brain? And if we're going to deal with any mental disease, we have to correct the gut flora. This is very important. We need to be able to correct the gut flora and recognize that what you eat is extremely important in dealing with your mental disease. We need to tell people what not to eat and avoid synthetic foods and synthetic compounds, and what to eat and how to eat better. There's whole different courses that we have with much more refined detail. Now, when we get to behavioral medicine, we find out that what we reward, we get more of. What we ignore, we get less of. These are the basic ideas of B.F. Skinner. What could be more rewarding than having a therapist telling you that they feel sorry for your problem and they want to talk about it over and over again? So we found that talk therapy cannot get to the basic problems of most mental disease. They can help you figure things out, but they can't get to the basic problem. There's misdiagnosis, emphasis on the pills, synthetics, lots of problems with the medical system. Now, when I worked with Dr. Sperry, we found out that there was indeed a split brain. And the split brain meant that there was different factors in dealing with the body and the brain. And truly, for the first time, we could understand Zen and Eastern philosophy, that there was a different, non-scientific, non-verbal part of the brain. People had concentrated so much on the verbal part, recognizing now that there is a right brain that is able to do more intuitive and dream states and visualization. So as we started to understand more about the brain, we started to recognize that many different diseases could be caught in one part of the brain, on the left or the right side. And in order to discharge this, we would have to be able to treat the whole brain. So I developed the EPFX device 30 years ago as a device that could measure the body electric and then treat the body electric, including the brain. Medicine has used all these different types of vibrational medicines to measure in your patient. And then they've developed medicine that has also been electromedicine to help to correct those. Now, as we looked at the occipital lobe with the visual area, we could understand that there is a body electric that can be charged. And we could do that with our system. We could put electrons and charge the body. We could deal with the parietal lobe, where the different movement structures are. And thereby we could make a system that could increase your sports performance with GSRT DCS. The temporal lobe, which is where the words are, this is also can be affected. And this could lead into scholastic school advantage in increasing abilities of the mind. And then the frontal lobe, where the feelings take place, where the adult resistance to peer pressure, and the ideas of beauty and health, etc., intellect, all come together. So we started to understand that we could jumpstart the brain with our process, with our Eductor, our EPFX. And I recommend that you get a qualified GSRT DCS therapist in order to work with. If you want to know more about me or this technology, go to imfix.com and welcome to the electrophysiological feedback zeroid vibrational medicine technology.